Hi, I'm Caroline from Healthy Home Cafe, and I'm here today in the No Meat May kitchen. And we are going to have some fun because I'm going to teach you how to make the most beautiful green curry with my favourite little friend here, tofu. So a lot of people are scared of tofu, but I'm going to show you it absolutely tastes great if you know what to do with it. And this recipe comes from my beautiful cookbook, Veggies. So let's get started. Okay, we're making green curry and we're actually going to start by making our own curry paste. Now don't freak out because this is actually a really easy curry paste to put together. So we need a whole bunch of coriander and we're actually going to use roots and all. So don't get rid of these guys because there's lots of fabulous flavour in here. So we're going to wash that and then we're going to stick that in our blender. So just roughly chop like that, just so that those long bits of coriander don't get caught around the blade. Then we've got a stick of lemongrass. So basically with lemongrass, you've got these really fibrous outer layers, but inside is all, oh my goodness, it smells so good. So that's where all the lemony goodness is inside there. So what I do is, again, I just roughly chop, and you'll find the tender bits are much easier to chop through. I think that bit's a bit hard. If your knife can't go through it, it's not going to be able to be blended in the Thermomix. So that's all going in. Then we've got 2 kaffir lime leaves. Now if you have a little balcony or a backyard, a kaffir lime plant is a lovely plant to have in your backyard or on your balcony. If you don't have a kaffir lime leaf tree, you'll usually find these in fruit and vegetable shops, just in the fresh section. Sometimes you'll find them in the freezer section. So we've got a bit of chilli. We've got 2 cloves of garlic. They go in. And we've got 10 grams of ginger. Now, whenever I see on a recipe a thumb-sized piece of ginger, I don't know about you, but most people I've seen have different sized thumbs. So what I do is when I buy ginger, because you always buy it by the weight, I happen to always note what it weighs, and that weighs 40 grams. So I know I want a quarter of that. Okay, and then we've got half a teaspoon each of, so this is ground coriander, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. And then we're going to add a little bit of coconut milk to get that paste nice and sort of moist. And so it makes it easier to just sort of bring it all together and make it nice and smooth. Now, of course, if you don't have a Thermomix, you can use any food processor, or some people use their Vitamix. Even a stick blender will work. It's just you need to do a little bit of the work as well. So I'm just gonna scrape the lid. And I did forget something in my own recipe. Okay, I forgot the lime. So you need the lime because the lime's going to give you that tanginess, which is just, it's the balance between sort of salty and tangy, and yeah, what makes a good curry. And we're actually going to use both the zest and the juice of this. Okay, that's all going to go into your paste. And then we're just going to juice that lime as well. Okay, so we're going to pop the paste into your beautiful pot. So a heavy based pot is the best thing to cook this in. Not essential, but I prefer a heavy based pot because they tend to heat more evenly. Perfect, so it's coming up to the hubbly bubbly right temperature. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of the coconut milk, and I'm just going to let that stay on the heat for a little bit while I get the vegetables ready. We've just chopped our tofu and we're going to add the vegetables. They're going to cook for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add the tofu, and the tofu is just going to be in there long enough to warm up and just absorb all those flavours from that beautiful coconut curry. And I'm just going to put the lid on because they're going to steam. To cook. Okay, ready for the big reveal. Oh, look at that. So what you want is you want some tofu in there. You want some veggies. Oh, that broccoli is cooked just perfectly. And you've got to dig down deep for some of that pumpkin that's actually kind of, so the outside of the pumpkin has started to kind of melt into the sauce. It makes the sauce really good. All right, can't wait to eat this.